What's up, everybody? This is Jay, and this is my Empire Season 5, Episode 14 review for Without All Remedy. I want to thank everybody that supports my work at patreon.com/Jaymoorereviews. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And if you enjoy the video, hit that like, and let's get into it. Now, when the video kicks off, we see these two workers come in the back, and they're talking about the NBA or whatever. And then we see Lulu walk up, and he like, "Hey, what's up, fellas?" And they like, "Oh man, it's Lucious lying." He like, "Hey, you need a light? Hey man, I know that you guys are gonna check out the party. Remember, this for free." And they like, yeah, we'll check it out. He say, "All right, man, don't forget that we doing this for the fans. That's why it's the trust tour. We trust you guys, so to the Empire." And so they all happy or whatever. They done talk to Lucious, and they walk off into the sunset smoking, happy they done met a little celebrity. Meanwhile, he turns away and he looks down at the little pulp of a dude that he beat down to make sure that they didn't smell what he didn't beat. Meanwhile, we see Cookie looking sexy, pulling off her little dress, getting down to her black drawers in front of Damon Cross. And he like, "What do you need?" She say, "Is that what you want to do? You want to talk, or you want to come in here?" So that was in the discussion. Meanwhile, we see Lucius back up his driver to pack up to put in the body. And he like, "All right, you remember the plan. We can't have any mess ups. We got to burn the clothes, split up the body. I got the DEA all on my back. They're trying to get me." Meanwhile, Cookie looking sexy in her black drawers. We see her giving him the look, and he like, "Damn, Cookie, so what's up? What do you want?" She like, "Okay, is that what we gonna do? Is we gonna talk, or is we gonna do something else?" And so then meanwhile, we see it's the next day, and Lucius is in the back seat trying to call Cookie, but no answer. And so he's leaving a message, "Cookie, where are you? Where have you been?" Meanwhile, we see Jamal looking at If Squeal Street Could Talk with his little boo thing, and they all robed up together, all in the little bed together, and they was bumping uglies all night long. And then he gets a phone call. It's Lucius, and so he knows it's an emergency. Meanwhile, we see Hakeem, and he's dancing for his video, rehearsing. And then you see Porsche talking about it's all good. He gets a call from Lucius, and he realized, okay, I got to get ready to move. Lucius said, "Hop on the plane with Jamal, come back first thing smoking." Meanwhile, we see Cookie at the little place that Lucius got, rehab center, pissed, knocking down the walls. And then her sister like, "What's wrong, Cook? You should be happy right now. Look, I don't have to explain nothing to you, okay?" And she say, "What you been doing? Out taking a horse bath all night partying?" She say, "What? Shut up." And so then she get a phone call. It's Lucius. And she like, "Look, I ain't gonna answer that. I ain't got nothing to say." She like, "Cookie, what's wrong? What happened?" She like, "Look, I ain't gotta explain nothing to you, all right?" And so then she go back to Hammer Time. Meanwhile, her sister getting called from Lucius. She say, "It's Lou. What you want me to do?" She say, "I ain't got nothing to say to him." So she pick up the phone. "Look, it's not a good time, Lou. All right, it's not." She say, "Look, Cookie, it's Lucius. It's Andre." And then she gets scared. And then next thing you know, it flashed to everybody together at the house in New York. And so they all talking with Andre. And they like, he said, "Man, Andre, we're here to support you. How come you didn't let us know? We want to be here for you. We're going to get the best doctors. We're going to transform this place into a hospital with round-the-clock care. Yeah, and baby, don't worry. Mama here. We going to get everything you need and get all your treatment. And we going to stop this tour." He said, "What? You can't do that." And Jamal saying, "Yeah, I'm going to see. I'll be here for you." And Hakeem like, "Yeah, man, I'm going to stop the tour and do this." And he like, "Look, stop everybody." And then they all get scared. He like, "I didn't want this to happen. Okay? Empire is on the verge of collapse." And she like, "Calm down, baby." He said, "Look, we need this. Empire needs this. You guys have to keep going. That's why I didn't want to tell you guys. Okay?" And he walks out. And so then they looking shook like, "Damn, what we gonna do?" And he like, "Cookie, where were you last night? Look, I don't have nothing to talk right now, baby." Meanwhile, the three brothers is talking. He said, "Look, guys, Empire is your birthright. I need you to be strong and pick up the mantle for me. I need you to show that you can do it. I'm counting on you. You need to believe that I'm going to be okay, okay? I need you to believe I'm going to be okay, because I need to believe I'm gonna be okay. They like, all right, man, we got your back, man. We can do it. He say, man, it's up to you now. You all take care of Empire. I want to see y'all do it. You can do it. I believe in you. And so they all teary-eyed and everything. And Jamal, okay, I do it. And so they all bow their heads and do a little Empire nod prayer or whatever the case may be. Meanwhile, we see back at the house on the other side, Lucious is trying to talk to Cookie. I need to tell you that what happened, I didn't do anything. She said, oh, okay. He said, look, your words ain't nothing no more, Lucious. He said, no, Cookie, I'm telling you. She tried to thank me, but she was misguided. I stopped her, okay? She said, He said, no, seriously, I need you to believe me right now, okay? She said, look, right now your words ain't enough, Lucius. Just like when you told me that you was marrying old girl to make me feel better. I'm thinking about my firstborn right now. That's all I could think about, okay? And then she walk off, and then she say, you know what? I just remembered he ain't your firstborn. And then she leave with that note. Meanwhile, we see Andre, and he's getting the best treatment possible. And so she's asking the doctor questions about the care. So how come he ain't getting this amount of care and this? And the doctor's telling her, well, he wasn't, we're going to try this levels were good and whatever the case. And so we're going to try this first. Okay, well, why don't you try this other treatment? And what if that other treatment ain't going to work? And he ain't a good candidate. And then we see Terry, a good woman, by his side. And so Andre can't believe his mama is having doubts. And then Lucius is looking like, damn, Cookie, shut up. And so she gets all quiet and gives a smile. I'm be here for you, baby. And meanwhile, Aunt Jemima come up. He tell her, get the car ready. He told him to go on back to Empire. So he like, I'll go back to Empire. And then he remembers when Andre was sick when he was a baby and Cookie. And he like, man, won't that baby stop coughing? She like, I'm sorry that your son is a distraction and he hard on you. He like, I'm always out here working and trying to hustle to make sure we got food on the table. That's what I'm doing. She like, well, I'm just saying, we need to do more. He like, well, I'm trying to make it to this open night mic tonight. And so he leave out pissed. And now he realizing once again, he leaving again when his son need him the most. Meanwhile, we see that they are rehearsing for the new show, and Tiana looking sexy as can be performing, and Carlito sitting there liking that flavor. And so meanwhile, we see Blake on the other side, so she done got a little love three-way triangle. And Maya, she's jealous because Blake still want Tiana over her. And so Blake, he's salty. He walked down a little wobbly. He come up to Jamal. Jamal pissed, and Blake is looking like he drunk. He like, man, I'm not feeling good, man. I need to leave. I'll be ready for the show. And he like, man, just go ahead. And then Portia like, Jamal, everybody is complaining about their hotel rooms, the backup dance. He like, man, that's not the right time right now. He like, you know what? I'm sorry. Look, tell that we get new hotels if we can get a discount. You're doing a good job. I'm sorry. And so meanwhile, we see Carlito bringing her some coffee. She's like, I don't do dairy when I perform it. And also, and she passed the coffee right on to her assistant. She like, and I also don't make mistakes twice, especially when it was trash. And then she shut him down. Meanwhile, Jamal getting approached from the rear, and he was used to that, but he wasn't ready because his head wasn't in the right place. And so he like, no, right now I can't, okay? He like, what's wrong? He said, my brother, he has stage 4 cancer, and it's just always lying family drama. He like, I can't do this right now. He's just left sitting there looking stupid. Meanwhile, we see back at Empire, we see Lucious, and he's getting together, a meeting with Giselle. She come in, he like, I see. She say, where's Andre? He like, I left him in capable hands, unlike this company. She like, excuse me? He say, look, I thought that we were going to be doing better. We're so far, nothing is happening. She said, hold up. Everybody is saying that our stuff was great and that Treasure was a hit. He said, well, that's too bad because we're dropping her. She like, what? What you mean dropping her? Treasure was the star of the show. He said, look, sit down. We're dropping her for bad behavior. And I want a meeting. this is over. And she got up. As soon as she sat down, she got off and walked away and looking sexy and upset. Meanwhile, we see Terry being strong for Andre, sitting there playing Chinese checkers. Then Cookie walk in with this doctor talking about, yeah, I heard it was some discrepancy in Andre's treatment. Terry like, oh no, it's no discrepancy. See, Andre's treatment is going just fine. Yeah, but see, that's before I was here. Now I'm here and I'm gonna make sure that everything is all right, okay? And we got some real medical help and a specialist. She said, oh, so what you trying to say? What am I? Just what? I'm not a specialist. I'm just a nurse. And he like, wait, hold on. She like, hold on, baby. I got this. And so then she began to battle with Cookie and it's two strong black women fighting for their man. And she said, hold on, you better check your tone, girl. That's my boy. And she said, yeah, and that's my man. And Andre is like, oh, brother. And she's like, yeah. So, right now, I'm the one that fed him through a straw. I've been there for him. He trusted me. Cookie says, yeah, fed him through a straw. That's whoop-de-doo. But anyway, Andre says, hey, look, okay, Mom, I got it. We got it, all right? She taking care of me. We gonna be all right. And she look at Cookie like, yeah, that's what I thought, Mama. And then she walk all over and start slapping her little chest pieces down while Cookie looking stupid and upset because now it's a new woman in town. Meanwhile, on the other side of town, see Jamal and Hakeem meeting backstage, and he say, man, what's up? I thought I heard Treasure got fired. That's what Blake said. And he said, yeah, well, that she was fired for, bad behavior. He said, so, man, I guess we can't have fun. And Jamal says, well, that's what this is about, having fun. Our brother's dying. He said, look, we wasn't that close. He said, man, when he was in jail, he always asked about you, King. Meanwhile, we see Lucious having a meeting, and Becky like, what we gonna have for lunch? And then he say, look here, we need to concentrate. We are going to have to refocus this attention, and we need new publicity. And she say, well, we should do overseas. That's what Andre was suggesting. The publicity wasn't so bad there. And so then he starts to think in the corner, and he was remembering that time when he went to go for that open mic. And so everybody is ready to hear him rap and everything. And so a couple of his friends like, man, Lou, you about to rock the stage? And they got somebody from New York here. And he like, what's up with your baby? He like, man, that bad little man got the exorcist cough, man. I don't know what's going on. Say, so you ready, man? You about to do this thing? And everybody saying, it come to the stage, Lucious, Lion. And so then he remembers what was happening. They like Giselle say, Lucious, you gonna join us for this meeting you called? He said, you know what? I have to be somewhere. I have to go. And so then we see later at night at Empire, Cookie on the phone, and she's talking about to the doctor about the treatment, and then Treasure walks into the house, and so she says, oh, well, look at what the cat dragged in, my own punching bag from the UPS man. And so she pouring her a little drizzle, and Treasure say, Cookie, I know that you're upset, and I deserve it, and I understand why you dropped me. If it would have been me, I would have did the same thing, except I would have did it in public and with fire and gas. She says, but I just want to let you know it was my fault, and that Lucious, he was nice to me. My manager told me that I didn't have what it takes and that I needed to do more. And so I didn't realize that you guys were really there for me. She said, yeah, girl, what you did was dumb and dangerous. But what we ain't gonna do is we ain't gonna drop you. Now you gonna go and make me some new hits, okay? She like, really? She said, yeah. And be careful, because next time somebody gonna take advantage of a sweet little thing like you. She said, oh, thank you, Cookie. I thank you so much. She said, no problem. And now go and get out of here, girl, and make me some hits. And so now Cookie sucking on that drink even harder because of what she done did. And she thinking about that one night extravaganza she had with old soccer ball head Damon Cross. And so she's remembering on her back and everything, and now she's starting to regret it. And so then they flash back to where she is. Meanwhile, we see her in the kitchen, and Jemima is walking out, and she said, Cookie, you doing dishes? What you doing? And she said, she doing my job? She said, well, I wouldn't have to do it if you wash these pots right. And she said, Cookie, what's going on? What's wrong? You really did find you a man? And she's like, I don't know, I did something stupid. I'm just so upset. Lucious, all the things that's done, and it just turns out for the one night he was actually right. I just need to tell him and let him know what's going on. And then our sister stop her and say, no, you can't. You can't tell Lucious. A man like that will not understand. You just have to let it go. And if you want to stay in this marriage, keep quiet. And that got her thinking. Meanwhile, we see Andre. He's hooked up to the little drip. He's laid up in bed, and we see Lucious right there by his side, and he's in deep concentration thinking. And he flashes back to that night he came back from the concert, and then Cookie with Andre say, where you been? I thought you had to do the concert. He say, man, I left. I was sitting there worried about Lil Man. Is he doing better? And she said, no. He said, look, I called the nurse. She said, we need to take him outside. She said, take him outside? Why we gonna do that? He said, man, you got any better ideas? Let's go. And so he grabbing the stuff. And then while he's sitting there remembering that, Andre wakes up and he looks at him. He like, Pop, you all right? What you doing? He said, I'm here. He said, you by my side? He said, yeah, I never leave you, Andre. I remember when you was sick and you was little and I needed you to be okay. And what happened was they told me to take you outside, and they flashed back. He said, and you were so sick and I brought you outside and booger nose running and everything. And then you just heard a train and you said, I hear a train, I hear tutu. And they like, oh, you hear the train, little man, you hear the train. And he said, that right there, it seemed like you looked up and you knew that I needed you to be okay. And I want you to know I still need you. I need you to be okay. He said, Pop, I don't want to be a burden to anybody. He said, you're not. Meanwhile, we see Jamal and little glitter ball Portia, and everybody in the back of the stage, they all arguing, and Carlito trying to get some more of that brown sugar from sexy ass Tiana, but she ain't trying to hear it. Blake salty and he don't know what to do, so he come over there and he ready to fight with his baloney. They like, hey man, you know what a rider is? He like, what? Say, man, this baloney, this is what I need, man. Don't you know I smell like baloney? This is my fam right here, man. Don't you mess with my baloney, bruh. And so then Maya like, can you believe he's just acting like that in front of me? And Tiana walked off talking about, I want treasure spot. Jamal see everybody all fighting and tripping. He grabbed a microphone and he put it in front of the speaker for the feedback, make everybody cringe or whatever to get their attention. And he like, everybody shut the hell up, okay? You all need to stop. You a hot mess. You all need to quit it, okay? Our fans, they got stuff going on in their life, but they still came here for us. We need to give them that escape, okay? Now, what is wrong with y'all? We need to do this. Now, we need to do the damn thing and get y'all hot asses out here. And then Hakeem say, come on, y'all. Can we do that? Can y'all handle that? Let's go. And he have everybody put their hands in. He like, come on, to the Empire. This is to Trust Tour. And then everybody put their hands together and then they go 1, 2, 3, trust. And they all throw their hands in the air like they was on the Globetrotters or something. And so meanwhile, we see Cookie back at Empire working in the office, and all of a sudden Damon Cross walk in. And so he's like, Cookie, you want to see me? She's like, yeah, I need to talk to you. Did anybody see you come in here? He said, well, I got a meeting scheduled, so we covered. What can I help you with? And then next thing you know, she have a flashback of that one night where they had that little black drawers on, and she pulled his shirt down and got on top of him real nice, and he flipped her over and got on top of her and was about to start kissing her and everything. And then she had started visualizing when she was with Lucious as a teenager, when she was with him when he had a process, and she used to trust the process when she was with him. And then also when he was Dwight, and then he was kissing Dwight. And so then when she did that, she said, no, wait, stop, right when he was about to kiss her. And then she got up off the bed and was like, this ain't right, I gotta go, I'm sorry, this ain't right. And he like, what? And she like, I'm sorry, I gotta go. And so then she left him sitting on swole like his head. Meanwhile, she like, I just need to make sure that what happened, we don't need to talk about this. He like, what you mean? You know you wanted it, Cookie. I mean, it's all right, nothing wrong with that. She like, look, none of that matters. None of this can be ever spoke again, okay, honey? He like, Cookie, what's the problem? you know, you went dark last time and I don't understand. She like, my son has stage 4 cancer, okay? And then he was all quiet. He like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Cookie. She said, well, that's why I can't let this get between my family. He said, well, let me tell you, you are not important enough for this to be your fault. And she like, what? And she said, yeah, that's what I mean. Let me tell you, I've done a lot of bad things, and I thought my daughter paying the price was my fault. But I had to realize I'm not that important. I'm not important enough for this to be my fault. Trust me, none of this will ever go between us, and it would never come out of my mouth. You know, I will never tell anybody. And I'll talk to you later. She like, okay, baby, bye. Meanwhile, we see Jamal, and he's getting a little tour and a little concert together. Then Kai comes. He's like, look, you can't make decisions about us broken up by yourself. We are no longer broke up. And he said, but it's always drama. I can't do this. He said, you know what? Here's my ring. I'd rather have your mess than somebody else's clean. Okay? We are together, Jamal, and I love you. Please take me back. And so then they all get all teary-eyed and all get moist and everything. Meanwhile, we see the concert starting up, and him and Hakeem take the stage. You know, we have another brother. This is for our other brother. Without him, this wouldn't be possible, Andre. And so then they start singing Lean on Me while showing pictures of Andre in the back. And, you know, everybody starts singing along. And, you know, Jamal, he sings about somebody leaning on him real good. And so then they hug it out, and next thing you know, we see Andre, and he's back at the house, and everybody's waiting to hear from the doctor the new test results. And Aunt Jemima say, "Me Cookie, you want me to let you know when the doctor call and conference it in?" And then she say, "No, Andre has everybody and everything he needs right here. It's okay. Thank you." And then she smiled, and then Andre happy, and Terry is happy, and you know, everybody's happy that, you know, they all getting along now. And Terry is a strong black woman there for her man. And then Lucious is remembering about how he was happy when he was there for his boy, and how Andre was getting better and everything. And so he was like, "I never thought I would have all this. Thank you, Cookie." And so while Andre is sitting there waiting, Lucious said, "Cookie, I just need you to know that I didn't do anything." She said, "You know what? It's okay. I know. It's all right." And then he thanked her, and next thing you know, Aunt Jemima say, "Miss Cookie, the doctor here." And so then the doctor walk in, and so they say, "Yeah, is everything okay?" And then he says, "Well, how are you feeling, Andre?" And so he say, "Man, I'm feeling this way." They say, "Just be real." And he say, "I feel horrible." And then the doctor says, "Well, that's good. That means that it's working." And so, you know, Terry's happy, everybody's happy, celebrate. And so he says, "You're able to move on to the stage 2 of the trials." And so they're all happy. And then in the bedroom, Lucious is laying there, and then she says, "Can we talk?" He said, "Baby, we can do whatever you want." She said, "I just want to tell you something." And then she have a long pause, and then he say, "What you want to tell me, baby?" She say, "I just want to tell you I love you, baby." He said, "I love you too." And then they hug it out and everything. And then the final scene is they show Angie part 2. And she said, "I want to help you get revenge." And he said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Working with the feds cost me my career. I'm going to help you get revenge on your father, Lucious Lyon. You wear this listening device." And he looking like a crackhead, like he been smoking the glass, you know, wieners. And so he may do that. Who knows? He wants revenge bad enough. I don't know. In the end, it looks like it's good that Cookie didn't cheat on Lucious on a whim, and now they back dealing with Kingsley, and who knows how he's gonna get close to Lucious. And how could he get information on Lucious? Why would Lucious trust him anyway? But we'll see how it turns out. And as far as Andre, if he ain't in the casket, this is gonna be amazing how he pulled this one off. But it's looking more like it's gonna be either him or Kingsley. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.